guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I have personally been struggling with, and that is the struggle of staying in shape while working a 9-to-5 job. For those of you that are new to my channel, you may not know that about 4 or 5 months ago, I finally gained full-time employment. After 14 months of working part-time jobs and scheduling like crazy just to pay my bills with no health insurance, except for Obamacare, I finally found a job that worked in my schedule, location, everything, and I was lucky enough that I got the job. I got hired. It was wonderful. Working full-time has had so many benefits, 401k, paid time off, salary, so you have financial security, you know when your money's coming in, you know what you have to do every day, not to mention some real nice health insurance. But honestly, as nice as those things are, working full-time really does take up a lot of time. Time that you would usually use to meal plan, eat healthy, and of course, go to the gym. Parents who work full-time, I don't know how you do this. I worship you, that is incredible. But for me personally, a struggle that I have been having since I'm new to the corporate world is staying in shape while working 9 to 5 and not having nearly as much free time. As life becomes more stressful and we find ourselves more busy and tired, at least me personally, seem to reach for, the convenient foods that are there when I need them, and less towards, what's a good choice for me to make right now that is a healthy option. To be completely honest with you guys, and I have gained about 5 to 6-ish pounds since I started working here, which isn't like a huge weight gain. I've worked about 4 to 5 months, so it's been about a pound a month. But what I have done is I have kind of watched and observed my colleagues, those that have worked in corporate America for years upon years, and I've noticed the habits of those who, have stayed in shape and make working out a priority. These people seem to have mastered the balance of working full-time and making health a priority, and here's what I've discovered. Add as much cardio to your daily life as you can, and I don't mean going to the gym. I mean, if you park in a parking lot to go to work, park as far away as you can. If you have the option of taking stairs over the elevator, if you're in like a building, take a few flights of stairs. If you ride the bus to work, get off 1 or 2 stops before or after your stop and walk the rest of the way. Yes, you will have to add a little bit of time to your commute, but again, this is making time for your health. And you may not think adding those extra, 10 minutes of walking a day is going to matter that much, but if you add them 5 days a week, that's a 50-minute workout right there. I have the option of parking on a 2-deck parking garage. I'll park on the 2nd floor all the way in the back, and I will walk towards the front and down the stairs. That way when I come out of the office, I have to go back up the stairs and walk all the way back to the parking lot. I also like to take 10 minutes after my lunch break. I'll put everything away and I will just go walk around. I'm lucky enough I work in a really nice part of town that has, brick walkways and really nice manicured lawns and nature in the city. It's pretty rare. But I take about a 10-minute walk. I won't say every day. I wish it were every day, but it's at least 2 to 3 times a week. I'll take a 10-minute walk after lunch. It actually is just really nice to recharge before going back in and getting things done in the afternoon. But again, those steps will add up. And speaking of steps, I try to get in 10,000 steps a day. When I first realized I was struggling with this, I have an app on my phone that calculates my steps whether I ask it to or not. And there were some days I wasn't even clearing 1,000 steps. I started incorporating walking from the back of the parking lot, and it came a little bit, maybe 1,200, 1,500. Then I threw in a 10-minute walk. It got between 3,000 and 4,000. It's still not 10,000, but it's better than nothing, and those little things will add up in the long run. Okay, number 2. I feel dumb saying this because I am an adult, but I have to bribe myself into going to the gym. If you really think about it, you bribe yourself to go to work. You say, I'm gonna go to work and get these things done, and in return, I will get a paycheck. Well, I use this to my advantage with fitness. I will actually pack up my gym bag the night before I go to work, and I will carry it to my car with my lunch and work bag, and I will leave the workout clothes in my car, and when I am done for the day, I don't go home. I will go to the gym first because I know once I walk in that door at the end of the workday and everything's done, there are very, very few things that are gonna get me out that door. Probably close to $1 million. But if I trick myself and I go to the gym first, then the idea of settling down for the end of the day hasn't hit yet because I have this last thing I have to get done. I also bribe myself with this mantra. I tell myself that if I can go to the gym 3 times a week, I can get a Starbucks coffee on Friday on my commute to work. And if I don't, I will not get it. And I know sometimes I think, oh, I didn't do it during the week, I'll do it during the weekend. And I say, nope, it has to be 3 workouts during the Monday through Friday business work week. And sometimes I'll let them accumulate. If I do 2 workouts one week and one the next week, then I will get my coffee on that Friday. My next tip is to get up and out of your desk chair every 40 minutes to an hour. I usually find it helps with my joints, my back, to just get up and stretch, just take a 5-minute break from work, walk around, say hi to anybody else who might be taking a break as well. Of course, don't interrupt anybody. But it is nice just to get up and stretch and move the body a little bit. Even if it's just for a few minutes, it will help, I promise. Number 4 is the most important one, and it is about the diet. If you listen to no other advice on this video, please just listen to this one. Diet is what will kill you in corporate America. If you're already cutting down your physical activity and you're now reaching for convenient fast food, which are 99% of the time unhealthy, you will gain weight. But if you can take the time to prepare your meals, let me just say this first. Go back and put this first before the next part. No matter what you think, you cannot out-exercise a bad diet. And if you're working in corporate America, chances are you're not working out enough anyway to out-work out a bad diet, which you couldn't do even if you were working in corporate America. Diet is the biggest killer in the workforce. I guarantee it. I have seen it in friends, I've seen it in colleagues who were so in shape in high school and college, and they took the time and they worked out and they ate decently. They joined corporate America to get a career started, and now they're working long hours and they're stressed and they're not working out and they're not as active and they're reaching for comfort food and convenient food. They gain weight the fastest. So please just take this advice, make the time to either meal prep or find healthy locations where you could eat. Monitor your food intake. I made a video on how I lost 30 pounds. I'll leave it right here. And the biggest resource I had here was my Fitness Pal. My Fitness Pal was the greatest asset I have, or you can have because it's free. Google it if you don't know it. Monitor your caloric intake. See how much you're eating. I promise you, if you do nothing else, that will help you stay healthy and in shape more than anything else in this video is just watching your diet. Also, it's important to note that you need to have discipline in the office, not only in what you bring in for your lunches, but when a colleague, coworker, or boss brings in donuts or cake for like a birthday or an office celebration, that you either say no to it or you limit the intake of that food. Sometimes if we get donuts in the office and I really want one, I will cut it in half with a knife. I won't even touch the other half, and I'll leave it in the box or I'll give it to a colleague. That way I still get the treat with my coworkers, but it's not as much. Anyway, my last tip is to keep hydrated. I recommend what I do. I keep a really pretty, fancy water bottle. My boyfriend got me one of those Starbucks water tumblers, not for coffee. Hold on, I have an itch. It's very attractive. And I keep this tumbler right on my desk, and it's just a hop and a skip away over to the water cooler. I try to refill that cup about 2 to 3 times a day. It also helps me get my steps in to walk back and forth, and I do it between 45 minutes to an hour at my desk. But keeping hydrated will just help your overall health. It also helps you from feeling hungry all the time, which will reduce your snack intake. Anyway, those are my big tips for staying in shape and healthy while working a 9 to 5. There's nothing horrible about full-time employment. It's been wonderful so far. I am so incredibly thankful for it. I have just noticed this is something that I have personally struggled with, and I have seen others, but through watching those who have mastered this art, these are the 5 tips that everyone has recommended. I actually did walk around my office and I asked those people that I had been monitoring what they thought was the #1 thing, and 90% of them said diet, and the other 10% said exercise, but diet is a close second. So those are the two big ones. So if this is something you are struggling with, please leave a comment down below if there's something that I missed that could help me or somebody else watching this. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed, click the little red subscribe button down here somewhere. It'll notify you the next time I upload. Anyway, have a great day, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.